Beloved soul, I come to you today with a message that will shake the very foundation of what you believe about love. Your soulmate's silence is not what you think it is. Right now, as you listen to these words, they are wrestling with a decision that will change both of your lives forever. The angels have been whispering to me about your connection. They want you to know that this silence you're experiencing is not rejection. It's not indifference. It's not them moving on without you. Your soulmate is in the deepest contemplation of their life. They are being asked by the universe to make a choice that terrifies them, a choice between the safe path they've always known and the unknown journey with you. The silence you're feeling right now is them processing emotions they never knew existed. They are discovering parts of themselves they buried long ago. Your energy, your presence in their life has awakened something profound within them, something they thought was lost forever. But here's what the angels want you to understand most clearly. This silence is actually the loudest declaration of love they've ever made. Let me explain why. When someone goes quiet after feeling a deep connection, it's because that connection scared them, not because it was wrong, but because it was so right. Your soulmate has been carrying wounds from their past, walls they built to protect themselves from being hurt again. And then you walked into their life. You didn't try to break down those walls. You simply existed in such an authentic way that those walls became transparent. They could see through to the other side for the first time in years. They could see what love could actually look like. Real love, not the conditional love they've known. Not the love that came with expectations and demands, but the kind of love that sees them completely and chooses them anyway. This realization hit them like lightning, and when lightning strikes, you don't just stand there and admire it. You take cover until you can process what just happened. That's what your soulmate is doing right now. They're taking cover in silence while they process the magnitude of what they've discovered. The angels are showing me images of your soulmate's daily life right now. They wake up thinking about you. They go through their day with you on their mind. They fall asleep replaying conversations you've had. But they're paralyzed by fear, not fear of you, but fear of themselves. Fear of their ability to love you the way you deserve. Fear of their capacity to be vulnerable again. Fear of destroying something beautiful before it has a chance to bloom. The universe has been preparing both of you for this moment for lifetimes. This isn't your first time finding each other. Your souls have danced together through countless incarnations, sometimes as lovers, sometimes as friends, sometimes as family. But this lifetime is different. This lifetime, you're both evolved enough to handle the intensity of your true connection. Your soulmate knows this on a soul level. That's why they're terrified. They can feel the depth of what's possible between you. They can sense that this isn't just another relationship. This is the relationship that will define the rest of their life. The angels want you to know that your soulmate is receiving signs too. They're seeing repeated numbers that remind them of you. They're hearing songs that echo your conversations. They're finding themselves in places that hold memories of your time together. The universe is not being subtle with them. Every day, they're being shown evidence that you are their person. But they're fighting it. Not because they don't want it, but because they wanted it so much it hurts. They've never wanted anything as much as they want a life with you. And that level of wanting feels dangerous to them. It feels like giving someone else the power to destroy them. But here's what they don't understand yet. True soulmate love isn't about having power over each other. It's about empowering each other to become the highest versions of yourselves. Your soulmate is about to learn this lesson. The angels are orchestrating events in their life right now that will help them see the difference. They're being shown examples of conditional love versus unconditional love. They're witnessing relationships around them that are based on need versus relationships based on choice. And slowly, they're understanding that what you offer them is pure choice. You don't need them to complete you. You're already whole on your own. You want to share your wholeness with them. You want to create something together that's bigger than what either of you could create alone. This realization is going to hit them soon, and when it does, their silence will break like a dam. All the words they've been holding back will come flooding out. All the love they've been afraid to express will overflow. All the plans they've been secretly making will be shared. Because yes, even in their silence, they've been making plans. They've been imagining what your life together could look like. They've been dreaming about conversations you haven't had yet. They've been picturing moments you haven't shared. Their silence isn't empty. It's full of everything they want to say, but don't know how. The angels are asking you to be patient just a little longer. Not because you should wait around for anyone, but because divine timing is at play here. Your soulmate needs to come to this decision on their own. They need to choose you from a place of strength, not weakness. They need to choose you because they can't imagine their life without you, not because they're afraid to be alone. And that choice is coming. The angels can see it approaching like dawn after the longest night. Your soulmate is about to have a breakthrough, a moment of clarity that will change everything. They're going to realize that their fear of losing you is greater than their fear of being vulnerable. They're going to understand that the risk of regret outweighs the risk of rejection. They're going to see that walking away from you would be walking away from their own soul. But until that moment comes, you have work to do. The angels are asking you to focus on your own energy, not to manipulate the situation, but to stay aligned with your truth. Your soulmate is energetically connected to you. When you're in a state of peace, they feel it. When you're in a state of anxiety, they feel that too. Right now, your energy is one of the factors influencing their decision. If you're desperate and clinging, they feel pressured. If you're angry and resentful, they feel rejected. But if you're calm and trusting, they feel safe. And safety is what they need most right now to make this choice. The angels want you to know that your soulmate's silence is actually protecting your connection. They're taking this time to heal parts of themselves that could sabotage your relationship. They're doing the inner work necessary to show up as their best self. They're clearing out old patterns and beliefs that don't serve your highest good together. This is sacred work, and it takes time, but it's work that will benefit both of you for the rest of your lives. Think of it this way. Would you rather have them come back quickly but unprepared? Or would you rather have them return when they're truly ready to love you fully? The angels already know your answer. That's why they're asking for your patience and trust. Your soulmate is also receiving guidance right now. They're being led to resources that will help them heal. They're being introduced to people who will help them grow. They're being given experiences that will help them understand themselves better. All of this is in service of your connection. The universe is not working against you. It's working for you, even when it doesn't feel that way. Every day your soulmate spends in silence is a day they're becoming more ready for you, more healed, more whole, more capable of the kind of love you both deserve. The angels are showing me glimpses of your future together. I see deep conversations that last until sunrise. I see laughter that comes from the deepest part of your souls. I see challenges that you face together as a team. I see growth that happens because you inspire each other to be better. I see a love that gets stronger with time instead of weaker. This is what your soulmate is sensing is possible. This is what's making them take their time with their decision. They know that once they choose you, there's no going back. Not because they'll be trapped, but because they'll never want anyone else. You will spoil them for all other connections. You will set a standard that no one else can meet, and they know this. They can feel it in every fiber of their being. That's why this decision is so monumental for them. They're not just choosing a partner. They're choosing their entire future. They're choosing the person they want to grow old with. They're choosing the energy they want to wake up to every day. They're choosing the soul they want to share their deepest thoughts with. And they want to choose you. The angels are showing me this clearly. Your soulmate wants to choose you more than they've ever wanted anything. But they also want to choose you correctly. They want to choose you from a place of wholeness, not neediness. They want to choose you from a place of strength, not desperation. They want to choose you from a place of love, not fear. And they're almost there. The angels are asking you to send them love during this time. Not desperate, clinging love, but free, unconditional love. Love that says, I see you struggling, and I love you anyway. Love that says, take the time you need. I'm not going anywhere. Love that says, I trust you to make the right decision for both of us. This kind of love is healing for them. It's helping them remember what real love feels like. It's helping them distinguish between love and attachment. It's helping them understand that true love gives freedom. It doesn't take it away. Your soulmate has been in relationships before where love felt like a cage, where caring about someone meant losing themselves, where commitment meant giving up their dreams and desires. But with you, they're learning that love can be expansive, that caring about someone can help them find themselves. That commitment can be the foundation for their biggest dreams. This is a revolutionary concept for them. And revolutions take time. The angels want you to know that your soulmate talks about you, not to everyone, but to the people closest to them. They seek advice about you. They ask questions about what they should do. They share their fears and their hopes, and everyone who hears them talk about you can see the truth. They can see that your soulmate is already in love with you. They can hear it in their voice when they say your name. They can see it in their eyes when they mention you. They can feel it in their energy when they talk about your time together. Your soulmates, friends, and family are encouraging them to take the leap. They're being told by people who love them that they'd be crazy to let you go. They're being reminded that connections like yours don't come along every day. They're being supported in their journey toward choosing you. The universe has surrounded them with people who can see what they're too scared to see clearly. That you are their person, that this connection is real, that this love is worth the risk. But ultimately, the decision has to come from within them. No amount of outside pressure will create lasting change. They have to want this for themselves. And they do. The angels are showing me that they do want this. They want it so much, it keeps them up at night. They want it so much, they dream about it. They want it so much, they can taste it. But wanting something and being ready for it are two different things. And your soulmate is making sure they're truly ready. They're making sure they can love you without reservation. They're making sure they can commit to you without resentment. They're making sure they can choose you every day, not just in this moment, because that's what soulmate love requires. Daily choice, daily commitment, daily decision to show up as your best self. Your soulmate understands this responsibility, and they're preparing themselves for it. The angels want you to prepare yourself too, not by changing who you are, but by becoming more of who you are. Your soulmate fell in love with your authentic self. They fell in love with your quirks and your flaws and your unique way of seeing the world. Don't try to become someone else while you wait for them. Become more yourself. Become more confident in your worth. Become more trusting in divine timing. Become more aligned with your own purpose and passion. Because when your soulmate is ready to choose you, you want to be the fullest version of yourself. You want to be radiating the energy that attracted them in the first place. You want to be living the life that inspired them to imagine a future with you. The angels are also asking you to pay attention to the signs around you. You're receiving confirmation that this connection is real too. You're seeing angel numbers that remind you of your bond. You're having dreams that feel more real than waking life. You're feeling their energy even when they're not physically present. These aren't coincidences. These are messages from the universe confirming what your heart already knows. This person is your soulmate. This connection is divinely orchestrated. This love is meant to be. But divine love operates on divine timing, and divine timing is rarely convenient or comfortable. It requires faith when you can't see the outcome. It requires trust when you don't understand the process. It requires patience when every cell in your body wants to rush forward. But this is where your spiritual growth happens. This is where you learn to surrender control and trust in something bigger than yourself. This is where you discover that the universe has a plan that's more beautiful than anything you could have imagined. Your soulmate's silence is part of that plan. It's teaching you both essential lessons about love and trust and timing. It's preparing you both for a relationship that will be stronger because of this waiting period. It's ensuring that when you come together, you'll appreciate each other more deeply, because you'll both know what it feels like to almost lose something precious. You'll both understand that love is a choice, not just a feeling. You'll both be committed to protecting and nurturing what you have together. The angels are showing me that your soulmate's silence is about to break, not because of anything you do or don't do, but because they're reaching the end of their internal process. They're coming to the realization that life is too short to let fear make their decisions. They're understanding that the regret of not trying would be worse than the risk of being hurt. They're recognizing that you are worth whatever discomfort comes with vulnerability. And once they reach this understanding, they won't be able to stay silent anymore. They'll need to tell you how they feel. They'll need to share what they've been going through. They'll need to explain why they needed this time. And they'll need to ask if you're still willing to explore this connection with them. The angels want you to know that your answer to that question is important, not just for your soulmate, but for your own spiritual journey. This is your opportunity to practice unconditional love. This is your chance to choose understanding over judgment. This is your moment to demonstrate the kind of love that transforms people. Your soulmate has been healing during this silence, but you've been growing too. You've been learning to love without attachment. You've been practicing patience and trust. You've been developing the kind of spiritual maturity that soulmate relationships require. When your soulmate breaks their silence, you'll be ready, not desperate and clingy, but centered and strong. Not angry and resentful, but understanding and compassionate. Not demanding explanations, but grateful for honesty. This is the energy that will heal any wounds created by the separation. This is the love that will make your reunion even more beautiful. This is the foundation that will make your relationship unshakable. The angels are asking you to trust in this process, even when it's difficult, even when you don't understand, even when everyone around you tells you to give up. Trust that your soulmate's silence is serving your highest good. Trust that this waiting period is preparing you both for something extraordinary. Trust that divine love always finds a way. Your soulmate is about to make the most important decision of their life. And that decision is you. They're going to choose love over fear. They're going to choose growth over comfort. They're going to choose you over everyone else. But they needed this time to make sure that choice comes from the right place. They needed this silence to hear their own heart clearly. They needed this space to understand what they really want. And what they want is you. The angels can see it clearly. Your soulmate wants you more than they've ever wanted anything. They want your laugh and your wisdom and your way of making everything better. They want your challenges and your support and your unique perspective on life. They want your past and your present and your future. They want all of you exactly as you are, but they also want to be worthy of you. They want to show up as their best self. They want to love you the way you deserve to be loved. And they're using this time to become that person, the person who can love you without reservation. the person who can commit to you without fear, the person who can choose you every single day for the rest of their life. That person is almost ready to emerge from the silence. That person is almost ready to speak their truth. That person is almost ready to claim their soulmate, and when they do, your waiting will finally make sense. You'll understand why this process was necessary. You'll see how this time apart made your reunion more precious. You'll realize that divine timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't feel that way. The angels want you to know that your love story is just beginning. This silence isn't the end of anything. It's the pause before the most beautiful chapter of your life begins. Your soulmate is coming back to you. Not broken and desperate, but whole and ready. Not because they need you, but because they choose you. Not because they're afraid to be alone, but because they can't imagine being with anyone else. This is the love you've been waiting for your entire life. This is the connection that will make all the heartbreak worth it. This is the relationship that will restore your faith in true love. Be patient just a little longer. Your soulmate's silence is about to become the most beautiful declaration of love you've ever heard. And when it does, you'll know that every moment of waiting was worth it. The angels are with you. Divine love is guiding you both. Your reunion is inevitable. Trust in the process. Trust in divine timing. Trust in the love that refuses to let either of you go. Your soulmate's silence is hiding the most life-changing decision they've ever made. And that decision is choosing forever with you.